Usually when I make these videos about my new perfume oils, it's me telling you what's about to be listed. These ones are actually already listed, and I already sold one of them. I'm like, yes! Because I'm so proud of them that when I sell one, I'm like, makes me feel good. You know what I mean? Well, yeah. One of the first ones I have here is called Opium Den. Opium Den. I wasn't sure on the name. I was like, I don't want to call it Opium Den. Somebody help me think of something else. And then the first comment I got was, I'd buy it just off the name. And I was like, yeah, cool. I'll name it that. I got some other names. So people sent me ones like in, like different, like the French word for it and some other stuff. And it didn't really work for me. So, Opium Den is opium, tobacco, clove, and dirt. So I got to look at my list because I've made so many blends now that I don't remember all of them. Adam and Eve. This is actually the same blend as my Ask and Embla for the one spindle, but I don't want to bring too many Norse elements into this shop because not a lot of people are connected to Norse myth, or like they're not into Norse myth or anything like that. The view is too strong, especially if there's many pagans buying for my store. I know in the woolen spindle I've like overly packed it with Norse stuff, and then as soon as I moved into Norse stuff, things started not selling as well because I think a lot of people don't work with the Norse gods and goddesses for some reason. I think they view them as a little too harsh or something, which is so not true, but that's another video for another time. So Adam and Eve is orange and patchouli, sweet orange and patchouli. Very simple, but it's a balance of masculine and feminine. And I'm thinking of doing a Lilith oil next. I put in the description. This is for Adam and his second wife, Eve. I hope nobody gets offended by that. And if you do, then just don't buy it. This one's Bruise. This is one I was talking about in my last video if you watched it. It's one that I made for myself. And ended up loving it so much that it was like a tester for myself, like, let's see what these smell like. I love these two, let's put them together. And I turned it into Bruise. I originally had a different name for it, but my friend helped me think of this name. One of my friends says it needs a little bit of spice. I don't agree, because I feel like if I was trying to get like the heat of the flesh kind of thing, but I was thinking of doing another one called Blush, where I use a lot of the same elements in this one, which is just leather and midnight rose, but adding like some chili pepper, cayenne or something, but obviously fragrance oil, nothing that's going to harm your skin. And calling it Blush, like add a little bit of extra warmth, because I think of a Bruise, I don't really think of like really warm flesh, just very tender flesh, which really like works with this name for this scent. Fiery Wall of Protection. I keep always turning it the wrong way. Fiery Wall of Protection. That's my hoodoo line. My hoodoo line, everything is actually based off hoodoo recipes. So it's not like something that I just made up and stole a hoodoo name from. These oils are magical in nature, and they also smell great. And then Seraglio, I think is how you pronounce it. There was one of the names suggested when I was asking for different names for Opium Den, because I ask a lot of times because I'm not very good at names. I can make things, but I'm not good at naming them. You know what I mean? I'll have the picture in my head, or a scent, or a feeling, and I go off that, and then afterwards I'm like, okay, God, I gotta name it now. There's some things, like I have a couple names. I was sleeping and I woke up and instantly was thinking of these names, and I wrote it on my cell phone. I knew I'd forget the next morning, and so I'll be basing oils based off those names later. I'm not going to share now. Seraglio. Oh, Firewall Protection Oil, forgot to tell you. The Bruise was Leather Midnight Rose. The Firewall Protection was Frankincense, Myrrh, and Dragon's Blood. Seraglio's Orchid, Opium, Egyptian Musk, and Ginger. So, Seraglio means harem. So in my description I wrote that I was let into a Turkish harem, or harem. It depends on I don't know how different people pronounce it differently, so I don't really know. I think I got in an argument with somebody once, like, it's a harem, and I was like, it's a harem! And so, one of us is right, it doesn't matter which. And I think it's pronounced Seraglio. If not, then you can pronounce it however you want. So, yeah, I'll be making tester samples soon. I just need some more oils because I don't want to, or I can also make them. I was considering making the testers based off pick from this list, but I want to make sure that I have enough of each oil to make the testers on demand. And, I don't really know if I want to do them on demand because they smell better after mingling for a while. But I'm sure it usually takes a couple days to ship everywhere, so that should be good enough for most places. Unless you live in California, because a lot of times you get it the next day or 2 days later. Because I'm in Southern California. So yeah, thank you for watching. I'm going to put the recipes below this video, and all of these are already at Mina's Apothecary, so you can go check them out. If it's not there, it probably just sold, and I have a few more of each. I only make 3 of each at a time. I do things in small batches, so More than likely, since I've only sold Bruise, I'll have extras of each of them to relist. You can either contact me or just keep a lookout. And thank you for watching.